Well, hello to all of my friends out there in the Coffee with Kenobi land. This is Dan Z. Thrilled to be talking Star Wars with each and every one of you. Welcome back to CWK Live. Tried a new intro there for the moment. I didn't like that one. I'm going to stick to the normal stuff. Welcome back, everybody. It's so good to have you here on CWK Live. We've got Minta here with us. Minta, this is the way it's CWK Day. Minta just posted her brand new Coffee with Kenobi logo mug. I'm so excited and jealous. I ordered mine and didn't get it in yet. Hopefully I'll get it tomorrow, but it's cool to see it, Minta. She's got an amazing display of Coffee with Kenobi mugs, so thank you so much for your support there, Minta. That's super cool. Mary, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Can you believe it? 1 month from today until Star Wars Celebration. Wow, wow, wow. Pretty great. Mason is with us. Hello, Mason, or as Brian calls him, Mad Eye Mason. Very cool. Good to see both of you there, of course. Liberty's here. Hello, Liberty. Liberty had posted a cool picture of sporting a CWK Alliance shirt as well. Jenny is back. Hello, Jenny. And Jacob, the champion, I'm going to say champion of the Boston Marathon. Congratulations to you. That is insanely impressive. Congratulations to you. Let's get some claps there. Yeah, very good. Very nice. Jamie's here. Wouldn't be a happy Monday without CWK. Jamie recently had a birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie. Great to have you on the show. Jason is here. He says, hello there. I'll be flying solo for the next few weeks while Henrik is at basketball practice, but I have his top 5 ready to go with mine. Perfect. Well, that's cool, man. It's cool that he still did his Coffee with Kenobi homework, and I love the picture you posted of Henrik sporting his brand new badge. Pretty cool. Jacob says, thank you. Far from the champion, though. It was a very fun race. Hey, you completed the Boston Marathon. That's champion level status to me. I'm quite certain about that. Okay, everybody. So for tonight's show, what are we going to talk about? Oh, apparently we're not going to talk about anything. Where did my thing go? Let me see if I can recreate it for us. Beep, beep. No, I can't. Well, what we're going to talk about tonight is we're going to talk about your top 5 moments from this. Here we go. From this week's Star Wars Rebels episode, Out of Darkness. An interesting episode focusing on Hera and Sabine. We've got a lot of Star Wars Celebration announcements and, of course, your comments and questions. All right, let's take a look at what is brewing in the world of Star Wars this week.
And now, let's see what's brewing in the Star Wars universe this week.
Thank you, Tom Kane. All right, so what's brewing in the world of Star Wars this week? We got a bunch of Star Wars Celebration announcements, some pretty major ones, I think. But we're going to start in a particular area. I believe I've got this queued up. Let's see if I did it. I did. Well, there's the logo. You already know about the brand new Coffee with Kenobi logo. That is from last week. And last week was pretty fun because we got to celebrate it. I finally got to announce it to all of you. And we had the best time doing that. I mean, we really, truly did. The feedback was amazing. Everyone seemed very, very excited about it. Corey seemed really, really appreciative of everybody's kind words. It's really a blessing to have those kind of talents and be able to share them with people. So that was great stuff. So he was really happy. We had a couple of announcements with those as well, as I will share with you right now. I don't know why this didn't download already, so I am distracting you by talking about other things while I download it. So it's going to be showing up for you really, really quickly. I will say the merchandise that we posted was pretty cool. The reactions to the merchandise was really, really cool. In fact, honestly, as soon as it went live on Coffee with Kenobi, on our Coffee with Kenobi TeePublic page, as soon as that went live, get this, I sold, or I should say, the site sold more t-shirts in 24 hours than we have in the history of Coffee with Kenobi. I mean, that is major cause for celebration, and that's thanks to all of you for your amazing support, for your absolutely stunning, amazing support. Okay, here we go. I'm trying to cue this up for you because I think I got some cool stuff to show you. Okay, maybe I don't. All right, so basically what I want to show you is that, and I'm going to switch back to me while I'm downloading this because I don't want you just to stare at that. Although it is a pretty cool logo, I will say. What I wanted to show you is we're selling something else. We've got t-shirts, we've got coffee mugs, there's laptop cases, there's phone cases, there's a lot of cool stuff. And that's all in our TeePublic store, which is coffeewithkenobi.com/shop. But another thing that is also out there that's available for us, here we go. Let me download this again for you. Oh, that's why. That's why. PDF. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm surprised it didn't already download for you, but we're going to take care of it. We've got hats. We've got hats. Now, our TeePublic store does not give the option of being able to just add hats to our store. The nice thing, the reason we use TeePublic, by the way, is because they allow you to put your designs on there, and you can have people place an order, and which is very, very nice. I mean, when I first started selling t-shirts with Coffee with Kenobi on it, I had to get them all here at the house and get everybody's addresses and mail them out. And I was going to the post office quite a bit, and that's fine. I mean, it's wonderful. It was great that people liked it, but after a while, it started to become a little overwhelming. So ultimately, what I did was we found TeePublic. The nice thing about TeePublic is that they will. I think this is working now. Let's find out. The nice thing about TeePublic is you can just put your designs up there, and they will ship it out for you. Right? They will ship it out for you, and they will personalize it, and it's just a lot easier. Much, much easier. Okay, good deal. Thank you for your patience. This is the main news that I wanted to show you. I'd say this is a pretty big deal. Every week, typically on Thursdays, they announce that who the new people are going to be at Star Wars Celebration that you can get an autograph or a picture with. Well, this last week, they announced that Obi-Wan Kenobi from episodes 1, 2, and 3 in the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi Disney Plus series, Ewan McGregor is going to be there for 2 separate days. You're going to have the option to get a picture with him or get his autograph. Now, that's amazing. He has never done that before. He's never been to Star Wars Celebration. To me, that's a massive deal. I know a lot of you were very, very excited. I know I was very excited about it. But it's not cheap. He's $299. So that is a lot of money. I believe when Hamill was there before, Mark Hamill and other big-time Star Wars celebrities, they're expensive too. But to me, again, you don't have to do it. It's a pretty quick experience. But being able to just stand next to him and say hello and get a picture with him, to me, that's insanely cool. I mean, how often are you going to get a chance to do that in your life? So it's just something to consider. I think it's really quite a blessing that he's doing it, which brought a really cool conversation over at our house, which was, hey, what celebrity would you pay $299 to get a picture with? I mean, there's certainly a lot of Star Wars celebrities that would fall into that category, I would say. Mary says, we can't wait. It's going to be so cool meeting him. The photo ops and the autographs have sold out. Oh, gosh, they sold out. That doesn't surprise me. I wonder if they'll do more of them. Really spectacular. Congratulations, Mary. I can't wait to see the picture. I'm so happy that you get to experience it. I know our friend Ian Thompson is also someone that did it as well. And so did LJ Souter. He texted me right away and told me so. Great for all of you. Kelly Marie Tran, who plays Rose Tico, is going to be there. She is amazing. You may have heard me talking about her before when I met her at the Rise of Skywalker Hollywood premiere. We talked with her quite a bit at the party, the after party, and she is so kind, so gracious, and such an absolute light. So if you get the chance to meet her, I say do it. She is amazingly cool. Billie Lourd, the daughter of Carrie Fisher, who plays Lieutenant Connix in episodes 7, 8, and 9, she is also going to be there, which I think is really cool. And she seems like a really nice person. So here we go. As I mentioned earlier, we sold more t-shirts in 24 hours than we have in the history of Coffee with Kenobi with this new logo. To me, that's incredibly stunning. Incredibly stunning. So again, thank you to all of you for your support and enthusiasm. I can't wait to see those Coffee with Kenobi t-shirts out there in the world and at Celebration and wherever else it's going to be. So cool. I need to get them on the show. Yes, that would be really cool, Mita. I think that is a great idea. So there is the t-shirt. There's a couple different versions. There are always navy, but it's different t-shirt cloth itself. But this is the big one that I was talking about earlier, the hats. Look, TeePublic, again, doesn't offer hats, so I had to go to an outside company, Custom Ink. And They do what's called like a campaign, or like you're doing a fundraiser. It's not really a fundraiser, just the only way we could sell hats with the logo, where they will ship it to all the individual people who purchase them and different individual customers. So we have to sell, I think, 18 to make this a go. And I think I've sold 5 so far. So we've got until May the 4th. If you're interested in purchasing a hat, you can certainly find it all over social media. You can go to Coffee with Kenobi's website. You'll see the banner on the very, very top right, so you can't miss it. You've got until May 4th to purchase this really, really cool hat. I can't wait to get my hands on one if we're able to make this campaign happen. So give it some consideration if you want to. If you like wearing baseball caps. I know the CWK Alliance hat that we sold, I think last year, was really fun too. Okay, so that's the major merchandise, I would say, for what's going on. There's some other exciting news going on. You already know about the podcast meetup, Thursday, May 26th at 7 o'clock at the Hilton Anaheim Mix Lounge. All podcasts are welcome. You can learn more on RSVP at coffeewithkenobi.com/community. This is an updated image with the new logo at the top left. I'm so excited seeing that logo. I love it. Another fun piece of news I was able to announce the other day is this has been rescheduled like 3 times because of different cancellations due to COVID. But now it appears we are in a good place. So on Saturday, June 18th, I will be at the Peoria Riverfront Museum signing my brand new book, Star Wars, I Am Your Father, Lessons for Parents, Protectors, and Mentors. I co-wrote with Amy Rakow. And the book actually comes out May 27th. It was pushed back a couple of weeks, which to me is great because, well, in addition to me loving the anticipation, but it's going to come out at Celebration. So at Celebration, you just might be able to snag this book. And, it's very possible I'll be walking around with a Sharpie. So you just never know. But if you're not able to see that Celebration, if you're in the Central Illinois area, Saturday, June 18th from 4:30 to 5, I'll be doing a book talk and an author Q&A. And then from 5 o'clock to 5:45, I'll be signing this book, as well as a Star Wars book or the Star Wars Character Encyclopedia. And then at 6 o'clock at the Peoria Riverfront Museum, they're showing the original Star Wars New Hope on the big screen. I believe it's the biggest screen in Central Illinois. So this is going to be great. We can hang out. I can sign your book. We can talk about the book at the book talk. And then we can watch the original Star Wars together on the big screen. I mean, it sounds like a pretty perfect day. So I'm looking forward to that. As is Jason. He says, definitely looking forward to attending the book signing. I was bummed when it was postponed earlier this year, which is great. Now, I also have other news to share that you may have seen. I posted this on our event page on Coffee with Kenobi's Facebook page. But on Thursday, the first Thursday of Celebration from 12:30 to 1:30, I'm having a panel. At Celebration Chicago, I did the mythology of Star Wars, behind the facts and the fiction, and I'm doing that again. So I'm happy to announce that. It was announced on Facebook, but I'm announcing it on the show now officially. It is the first Thursday of Celebration from 12:30 to 1:30 on the university stage. It'll be me up there hosting my own panel, and I'll just be talking about the mythology of Star Wars. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be in my classroom, this is a perfect opportunity for you to be able to do that. So once I started making a design for that, but I'm not happy with it yet, so I'm going to work on a little bit more. Be on the lookout for that, but I can promise you, I believe that Thursday is the 27th, and I will be doing the mythology of Star Wars panel. It was great. It was a packed house at Star Wars Celebration Chicago, so I'm looking forward to bringing it back to Celebration this time in Anaheim. That's actually where I met Greg McLaughlin of the Rebel Base Card, and many others of you as well. Okay, it's time. Let's go ahead and take a look at our top 5 for the week. Top 5 moments from the Star Wars Rebels episode, Out of Darkness. A very unique episode, very, very focused on Hera and Sabine, their relationship, and them as individual characters. And we're just going to jump right into it right now. So get your top 5s ready, everybody. Top 5 moments from Star Wars Rebels, Out of Darkness. Number 5 for me. Oh, geez, where's my pictures? Did I not do any of these? Wow. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Woo! I thought I was having a moment. I'm not having a moment. I thought I prepared all this the other day, and I did. Okay, Number 5 for me is the rescue. I love this picture, but at the end of it, there's like kind of an exciting moment. Not kind of, there's a very exciting moment. They play a version of the Heroes theme from Star Wars as Kanan swoops in with a ghost to rescue Hera and Sabine. And it's a really beautiful shot. The Fear Knocks are running in. I just really like it. So that is the rescue. That is my number 5. The rescue. Quite simply put, my top 5 this week is a unique one, so we'll get to that. But let me know what your top 5s are as well. You are on the clock, everybody. Here's number 5 for Mary. Ezra, Zeb, and Chopper fixing the Phantom, sort of, then realizing later they didn't finish it. Man, that was so frustrating. It was fun, but also frustrating. Jacob says for his 5, I like the spooky horror movie feel to the episode. It was very cool. I'm going to talk about that later. Minta says for number 5, not ready, not ready. Poor Ezra indeed. Jason's number 5, Republic wreckage in Fort Anaxis, a sad reminder of the state of the galaxy. And Henrik's number 5, Hera and Sabine blowing up the Rhydonium. I almost put the Rhydonium on there, but I didn't for whatever reason. Jenny's 5, I like Hera's confidence as a pilot. It's what I say, and I know my ship. I like that too. She's just like, and she was even like, she certainly wasn't patronizing, so she entertained it, but she didn't really entertain what they were saying because she knows what's going on. And I just like that confidence. Kato's here. Hello, Kato. Yay. Kato says, enjoying the music riff at the top of with the music bits from the Death Star escape from New Hope. Exactly. That's better. I said a little bit of a version of the Heroes theme from A New Hope, but that's more accurate, Kato, so thank you. Liberty's number 5, Fantastic Beasts. Star Wars has great beasts. Yes, they do. These beasties are very much something where, they're not sentient. Like they're pure reaction and instinct. I'm pulling up Mason's number 5 here. We wrote it down. Oh, number 5 for Mason is a TIE fighter chase at the beginning of the episode. Pretty cool stuff. Love that too. All right, Brian's number 5. I'm sorry. Yeah, Brian's number 5. Zeb tries to relax, then Chopper and Ezra fight and ruin his snack. Boy, I can't wait till they get out of those moments where those guys are always at each other, because it's fun and entertainment. It's also like, come on, guys, get it together. You're friends, and it's very much part of being brothers, isn't it? Speaking of, Jamie says shenanigans involving Chopper, they get better every week. Yes, they do. They don't give up on each other, do they? They really like to mess with each other. There's no doubt about that. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into number 4. Number 4 for me is I put Fear Knocks. So the Fear Knocks are fascinating creatures. I guess when you look at them, they don't necessarily look particularly scary, but then they react and they smile with those teeth and they creep up, and the way they prance around, or I guess they don't really prance so much as they skulk. They're sinister. And I just like the whole episode has a very alien or aliens vibe. Jim Cameron's Aliens film. I really like that aspect of it, the horror thing that was mentioned earlier. Let's see who mentioned that. Oh, Jacob mentioned that. Yes, thank you, Jacob. So yeah, I just like the Fear Knocks. I think they're a cool little addition to the mythos. Number 4 for Mary. The fulcrum symbol was such a quick shot, but means so much. Yeah. It's that cool little logo. I really like that too. Jason's number 4. Chopper and Ezra will help you fix any problems. Really? Have you met them? That was a good line. And Henrik's number 4, the ghost coming to save Hera and Sabine. Very similar to my number 5. Let's see. Jacob's number 4. The humor in this episode is great. Kanan saying, knew there had to be a way. This was my fault. I like that too. There's a lot of that with these two. Back and forth first half of the season. Minta, number 4 for Zeb. As Zeb and Ezra acting like rivaled siblings while running diagnostics on the ship, and Chopper is the instigator. Always the instigator, isn't he? Jenny's number 4. Kanan meditating even while there's constant chaos in the ship he shares with the team. Never a dull moment, that's for sure. And he seems like he's meditating and he's chill, but it's pretty hard to with all that crazy stuff going on, for sure. Let's see. Number 4 for Liberty. Sabine's opportunity to blow something up, it makes her so happy. Yes, it does. Brian's number 4. Rhydonium. How did I miss this the first go around? I need to tell my friends Migs Mayfeld that this stuff is explosive. Haha. Very clever. That's right. Kato's number 4. The lesson of the episode. How can you let your team down when you're being self-involved is one to pay attention to. That's right. I feel like it's a part of the NBA playoffs too, but that's a conversation for another podcast. Jamie's number 4, using the asteroids to drive the plot. Each shot of the sky tells you whether you're headed into or out of danger. Jamie, that's pretty astute. I'm going to talk about that later too. But the asteroids in the atmosphere play a pretty big part in this. A very Edgar Allan Poe, really. Number 4 for Mason. Mason, you probably remember. I had to look it up. A sticky situation, and that simply refers to the gas leak in the Fearnox. It's definitely a sticky situation. It slowly builds, frighteningly so. It's bad news for Sabine and Hera. Definitely a sticky situation. Good number 4, Mason. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 for me is I put the ominous atmosphere. This whole thing I mentioned earlier is like Aliens, the movie Aliens, but it's just got this really cryptic slow burn that's very fear-based. With the darkness, there's a mysterious creature, the use of light and dark. I love how they build tension in this episode. It really just shows kind of early on how good they are at telling stories in the world of Star Wars Rebels. So for me, number 3 is the ominous atmosphere of this episode. Kato's 3. We see the first glimpses of Sabine's deeper character, how she doesn't trust based on her previous experiences, and how she wants to be trusted herself. That's right. It really, really kind of opens the door. And then we don't circle back on it for a while, and then later when they do, and it's really powerful. Means 3 of the Fearnox, it was as if they came out of a classic sci-fi horror flick, almost vampire-like as well, since they despise light. Oh, that's a good point. The vampire concept. I didn't think about that. I can't believe I didn't, since I teach Dracula all the time. Jason's 3, Chopper purging the life support filters while Ezra was still in the repair duct. Very good. And Henrik's number 3, Sabine wanting to know the truth behind the Ghost Crew's missions. That's right. Jacob's 3, Sabine is such a great character with a rich backstory, and it's so great to see her story starting to take shape as they introduce her backstory as a former Imperial cadet. Yeah, they really start to sprinkle it out there for us. Jenny's 3, Sabine saving Ezra from the Fearnock. You can see the relationship growing and that Sabine values and cares about him. Yes. Yeah, I like that too. Mary's 3, Hera and Sabine's constant conversation throughout the episode. Hera is a mother, a mentor, and a leader all at the same time. It's obvious how much she cares for Sabine. Yeah, and again, she does it in a way that's not like annoying or pestering or condescending. She just is. And it's a really hard balance to do it like that. Like as a parent, you want to be fun and you want to be playful, but you also got to be serious, and you also want to make your kids feel bad, and you want to encourage them, and it's a really tricky thing, and it's a beautiful thing, and I think Hera does it so well. Let's see. Liberty's number 3, Hera and Kanan's children are so good at getting into trouble between the misdiagnostics and Ezra and Chopper. They are a mess. They are a mess that almost was a dangerous mess. Brian's 3, Chopper's evil laugh when he purges the life support filters. It's like he can't tell the punchline of the joke without laughing. That's a good way to put it, Brian. I like that. He definitely can't tell the punchline to the joke without laughing as he's telling it, or just thinking about how it's going to make his things difficult for his friends. Number 3 for Mason is the Fearnox. My number 4, I think, as some of you mentioned the Fearnox too, but Mason also likes the Fearnox. They're a great addition. You should have seen Mason describing to Deanna tonight at dinner what the Fearnox are like. That was very entertaining. You should tell that story, Mason. That was good stuff. All right, let's go to number 2. Number 2 for me is Fort Anaxis. This is a place on this mysterious planet where Fulcrum sends them to get some supplies, some secret cargo, and I just really like Fort Anaxis. I like the layout. I like the floating asteroids. I like the lighting. It's gorgeous. Really, really cool stuff. So that is my number 2, just Fort Anaxis as an actual setting. It's very cool. Let's see. Let's see. We got Chopper. Jamie's 3 was Hera's flying prowess at the beginning of the episode. Faced with dangers with a TIE fighter, she maintains control and seems to still surprise the rest of the team. That's right. Good point. I like that kind of nice balance to how she's able to surprise them. And I don't think she's purposely cutting it close, but she's so cool under pressure. Kato's number 2. Good tactics displayed by Hera and Sabine in the face of this danger. I like seeing female characters being smart and resourceful. Ditto, my friend. I do too. Minta, the interaction between Hera and Sabine, it was clear to see that Sabine was struggling to believe what Hera is saying is best for the crew. There's a sort of mother-daughter relationship between them, which was shown when they were warding off the danger before them. That's right. Well said. Jason's 2. Hera intuitively knowing that the Phantom was damaged by the way it was handling. Flying is a feeling. Well, I do like that line. That's good. Henrik's 2. Chopper messing with Ezra by purging the life support filters. Henrik, I had a feeling you would like that one. It was pretty fun. Mason got a kick out of that as well. Mary's 2. Kanan meditating while all the chaos is going on out in the hallway. We can sense his connection to the Force getting stronger. Yeah, it is getting stronger for sure. Let's see. Jacob says, first mention of Fulcrum in building a larger rebellion. Yeah, this is the first time it's ever stated. And we didn't know what that meant, but it was pretty cool where it's going to go. Jenny's 2. Sabine's struggle over not being told who Fulcrum is after having to follow the Empire blindly as a cadet in the academy. This episode brings another side out in her and makes you want to understand her better. Oh, good. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and I think that was their goal. And obviously it worked really, really well. Liberty's 2. This is my first watch of Rebels. Wow. And learning about Fulcrum and then seeing Ahsoka's symbol was thrilling. The realization she's a player in the blooming rebellion. So Liberty, this is so cool. I know you said this before, but I'd forgotten that this is your first watch of Rebels. So I hope you stay with us week to week, because boy, are you in for some treats. But I really value your perspective there. That's so cool. Love that. Love that. And I'm sure you know, or maybe you don't, but when it first aired, no one knew it was Ahsoka. We didn't know Ahsoka was coming back. So it was just quite a dream. Number 2 for Mason is Zeb and Ezra fixing, and we have this in air quotes on purpose, fixing the Phantom. We know how that goes. It doesn't go so well. That's for sure. Okay. Time for number 1. My number 1 is, I simply put, light and dark. Look, you know I'm an English teacher. You know I'm a sucker for symbolism and literary devices, and the use of light and dark in here to convey evil and good and threat and chaos and control and panic and claustrophobia is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This tells you this is a cut above other stories, other animation. It's absolutely brilliant. So this is my number 1. Brian's number 2 was the use of light and shadow, similar to what I'm talking about here. It was still suspenseful, even though we have seen this episode multiple times. The loss of Hera's flashlight created extra need for light. The loss of Hera's flashlight is another part of what I was thinking about too, so thank you for saying that, Brian. Yeah, light and dark is great. Minta's 1, Fulcrum. To hear a snippet of the mysterious figure gives us an idea who the ghost is dealing with, how she'll play a role in future episodes. I know that's a huge one for you, Minta, so thank you for stating it here. Kato's number 1, how the planet plays an important role in the later episode. I did a series rewatch about 4 months ago. What a great setup hindsight reveals. Isn't that cool? The Monday morning quarterback thing. Jacob's number 1, Hera and Sabine worked together to defeat the Fearnox, which is awesome. Jason's number 1 is Hera and Sabine's battle with the Fearnox is still as intense and suspenseful as it was the first time I saw it. Henrik's number 1, Sabine giving Hera the look during the TIE fighter chase. The look is good. Another air quotes from our Coffee with Kenobi Jr. correspondence. Very cool. Mary's number 1, Hera and Sabine fighting the creatures and then the ghost to the rescue. How well they fought side by side and then the rest of the crew coming back to have their backs, which is fantastic. Jenny's number 1, Sabine learning to trust Hera. Hera is gentle and encouraging towards Sabine and becomes someone that Sabine lets her guard down to. Yes, gentle and encouraging, but also consistent with her beliefs as well. Great call, Jenny. Liberty's number 1, this episode was so visually stunning to me. The fire, the colors, and the explosions, just so beautifully done. It is. It's a work of art. Keith Kellogg and Dave Filoni and everybody at Lucasfilm who worked on these episodes, they're on the top of their game, for sure. All right, I think we've got a few more number 1s for people to share, but Mason's number 1 is Chopper's humor. Mason loves Chopper, just like his dad, and Chopper's humor is on full display here. He is quite a character, that Chopper. All right, I'm giving everybody a second. Whoever didn't add theirs, you can add your number 1 now. But while you're thinking about that, next week, of course, we're going to keep going with Season 1. Top 5 moments from Star Wars Rebels Empire Day. To me, this is the beginning of the climax of Season 1. Some peak emotional heft to Empire Day that's very important. It's a very important episode to this series. Number 1 for Brian and Sabine's backstory. We learn about her being in the academy and why she's questioning just blindly following orders, which is good. Critical thinking is really, really important. So that is number 5. That was Brian's number 1. I gave you Mason's number 1. Next week, we're going to look at Empire Day. So now it's time to jump into Ask Dan Z. Oh, that moment when you realize you got to change the logo on some other things. Ooh, got some more work to do. No problem. All right, so this is your chance to ask Dan Z. I'm happy to talk to you about Star Wars, about Coffee with Kenobi. Any questions you have about Celebration, I will answer them to the best of my ability right here live on the show. And by the way, if you're listening to the audio feed, because of course you've got the show here live, you got it later on our Facebook page, you've got it on Instagram, and you've got it on YouTube. But the audio feed of this podcast is sent out each and every week as soon as the show's over. And lots of people listen. So if you've got a question or want your voice heard, this is the place to do it for sure. The most instant, quick place to do it. And then if you think of a question during the week, write it down. And then next week, come ask me and ask Dan Z, and I'll happily help you if I can. Are you able to reveal which stage you'll be hosting yet? Mary, not yet. Not yet, but soon, my friend, very soon. What is my earliest Star Wars memory? How interesting that you asked that. That's going to come up next week in something. But my earliest Star Wars memory is going to a toy store and seeing C-3PO and Luke Skywalker action figures and not knowing who they were, but getting them because I knew there was a cool Star Wars movie that I hadn't seen and I couldn't wait to see it. That's my earliest memory. Jason, will I be doing any pre-celebration podcast episodes leading up to it like you've done in the past? I really enjoy those. Well, Jason, good news, my friend, this week, since we are a month away from Celebration, for 1 month straight, 4 episodes, in a row. So 4 Thursdays in a row is going to be the Road to Celebration Anaheim, hosted by me. And I'm bringing in my co-hosts that do these with me, Tom Gross and Corey Clubb. It's a CWK pour-over crew. So yes, we are going to do the Road to Celebration podcast episodes. The first one's coming out this Thursday. I'm going to be recording it later in the week. Love them because as soon as you do that, it's like, oh my gosh, we're so close to Celebration. It's been 3 years, so we're excited about that. Speaking of Tom and Corey, if you like the banter the three of us have together, you need to become a member of the CWK Alliance. Each and every week is an exclusive weekly podcast. Just for $5 a month, you get access to 4 exclusive podcasts, which is a pretty great deal. For $10 a month, you get the video version of the podcast, and you also get it a few days earlier. But we talk about Star Wars, but also other things in the world of popular culture. Last week, we talked about the first 3 episodes of Moon Knight, and this week is a bit of a flashback, but we talk about the first season of Daredevil. Now, Daredevil is not a show for kids, not by any stretch of the imagination at all. In fact, do not show it to your children. But if you're an adult, Daredevil is really something else. So we talk all about season 1. Tom and I were really late to that party. Also this week, as far as podcasts go, last week, my show 517 was with Star Wars Brotherhood author Mike Chen. What an awesome guy, a massive Star Wars fan, Clone Wars fan. Hear all about his journey to writing this Star Wars novel and just great stuff. He's just a cool dude. Looking forward to meeting him at Celebration. But I really enjoyed speaking with him, and the feedback on that episode was really, really good. So thank you for that. Jason says, can't wait for the episode. I can't wait for you to hear it, man. I can't wait to record it. What missed cycles outside of Star Wars are some of your favorites? So, Kato, obviously, it seems like everything is drawn in through the hero's journey. I love Captain America's story quite a bit. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter in the Zare household. We love Harry Potter for sure. I think Tolkien is brilliant. I really like C.S. Lewis and his work as well. Kato, I'd be interested in yours because I think that you have very much the English teacher mindset as well. Any other questions for me as we wrap up the show? Again, I want to remind everybody, yes, Celebration is coming up, but if you're not going to that, or if you're just like, you know what, I'm just thinking about that Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. It looks amazing. Well, if you start saving your credits, or if you're already doing that, the summer of 2023, you can join me on the Galactic Star Cruiser at Walt Disney World. As soon as we have the exact dates, we're going to let you know them for sure. Mason's going to be joining me. Corey and Tom are going to be there. It's going to be a blast. A lot of you told me you're going to do it as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be like Celebration too. Brian says, Dan, what is your favorite spell from Harry Potter? What is Mad Eye Mason's favorite spell? Favorite spell. Mason, what is your favorite Harry Potter spell? That's a good question. Wingardium Leviosa is kind of fun, but everybody knows that one. I'm actually rereading the first book now with my British literature students, and it's been fun revisiting those, just the magic, especially that first book, because it's just got a wonderful innocence to it, but it's also got some heavier themes. And of course, as Harry gets older and the audience of J.K. Rowling got older, I got a lot more heavy. So yeah, I think that one's good. I think my favorite one is when he Expecto Patronum, when he releases his Patronus. I like that because I like what you have to do to conjure to think of something really, really happy. So I think the Expecto Patronus is my favorite spell from Harry Potter. Mason, what about you, buddy? Go ahead and chime in right there for that. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me yet again on CWK Live. Again, next week, we're going to continue looking at Star Wars Rebels with top 5 moments from Star Wars Rebels Empire Day. Be sure, if you're going to be at Celebration, to join us at the Celebration Podcast Meetup on Thursday, May 26th at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time at the Hilton Anaheim Mixed Lounge. Mason says, Asio. Let's bring everything to you. That's good. That's a good choice, Mason. That's a really fun spell, for sure. It would be very handy if you're in the world of Hogwarts and you needed the remote control to say, Asio remote control. That would be fun. Speaking of fun, remember, June 18th, from 4:30 to 5, a book talk and author Q&A, and then from 5:45, I'll be signing copies of I Am Your Father, the book, my new book that I co-wrote with Amy Rakow, comes out on May 27th, and then immediately after the book, Star Wars: A New Hope is playing on the big screen, which is pretty spectacular. There's really nothing like seeing the original Star Wars on the big screen, and we can watch it together. Pretty awesome. Meantime, may the Force be with you. Mary, have a great week as well. Jason, have a great week. It was fun to be with you all night. It was great to have you, man. Be sure to tell your son hello for us. Brian says, thanks for a great way to spend Monday night. I'll have to start next week with Asio CWK. Oh, there you go. Cato says, thanks, Dan and Mason. Well, thank you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Liberty says, really enjoying sharing Rebels with you all. See you all next week. Sounds good. Mason and I will probably do our homework later tonight for next week, or maybe a little bit later in the week. It's going to be a fun week, and it's fun because of all of you and your just good, positive energy in the world of Star Wars. It's this kind of thing we need, not just in Star Wars, but just in the world. So thank you for being a positive light in fandom and for me and my family. Appreciate you all so very much. James says, thanks, and have a great night. And Jacob says, fun as always. Thanks. Thank you all again. Have a good one. Be on the lookout for part 1 of our Road to Celebration later this week. Until next time, remember, this is the podcast you're looking for. See you next time, everybody.